Welcome, everyone, to day 2 of Women's NCAA's preview shows. We have our amazing guests here, and I'm just going to say the stress levels that are in my heart right now for starting 8 minutes late. These guys, so if you were sitting there and you kept hearing, check, Mike, what the heck, then I'm sorry, but we figured it out, and this is only our second day doing this, so
thank you for your grace.
We can't be perfect.
And for being, exactly. And for being patient with us. We have Olivia Smoliga here and Cullen Jones.
Hey guys.
And we're going to talk all of the things. I also want to mention my really nice footwear that I have.
Yes.
They're Speedo
Have you
fins.
noticed these?
And they're the DMC fins. And Cullen, you actually work with Speedo. And Speedo is one of our sponsors here for the podcast and the live show. And these I was most excited for, not because I swim and train anymore, but because when I lifeguard, instead of having a tow rope to go out and bring somebody back in, we actually use our fins. And I'm going to put in a proposal live.
Okay. Oh,
so it's witnessed that the beach that I guard with gets sponsored by Speedo. What do you think?
Done.
Okay, great.
Done. We're trying to make a really big push for everybody, bodyboarders, lifeguards. We want everyone to understand. Not only see your work, they're comfortable, right?
I mean, she hasn't taken. You're not taking them off in the last hour. She waddled around.
They're comfortable.
Maybe took a while. Yeah.
See?
Yes. So obviously we have Cullen on, but we just wanted to thank Speedo. All of this is possible with Speedo as well as Fusion. So I mentioned this yesterday. All of this incredible furniture is here. Our jungle behind us, these beautiful chairs. I feel like I'm sitting in Central Park, and Fusion actually provides furniture for homeless families in the community, and they volunteered to give us all this furniture. So we are so grateful for that.
Really awesome.
Yeah. So what are we doing?
We are going to talk a little bit about last night.
Yes.
And I would love to hear both Cullen and Olivia's perspective, especially on the 200 medley relay, because we'll get to the 800. But you two being sprinters.
Yes.
Olivia, we'll go to you first. Okay. First of all, thoughts on a 20.8 50 fly spin by Gretchen Walsh.
Dude, it's just crazy. I can't wait to see what she does this whole week. I mean, 20.8. I don't even know if I can comprehend it, honestly, because my 50 free time isn't even, I guess
insane.
I don't even want to cut the cameras. No, but she is just so incredible. I mean, she has this aura too behind the blocks. Like everyone just kind of zones in to watch her, and it's such a beautiful thing to see. I mean, this is my first NCs actually watching since being removed, like actually live, which I can't even believe that. But being back on deck and seeing all these girls just like go at it, I love it so much, and she's a beast. So
amazing. Cullen,
you're gonna be hard pressed to see anyone touch that time. I mean, you've got both Maxine and you've got Alex both being fifth years, so I think that's a big piece. And then the front half, how are you going to beat Curzan and then Alex right after that?
I know.
Dude.
She's jumping into clean water, so a 20.8. Well, while shocking, I mean, she's got the best front half in the game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Was it weird for you last night to be on deck?
Kinda, I was like so funny because, when you travel, like for now being removed from the sport, it's just you feel like you're traveling to a meet.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking down to breakfast and I'm just like, I'm like, could I rate? Yeah, like could I get ready? Am I hydrated? Yeah, no, for real. I had to pull it out of the basement, my Georgia gear, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's weird, I guess. Very inspiring, really cool. I mean, it's definitely different. It's definitely different to be like on the other side of the deck, but I feel like I'm locked in either way, being a spectator or a swimmer. I love swimming so much. I love watching it. I love everything about it. So, yeah.
I feel like the three of us, I know us three have all swam at NCAAs. You, my friend, have never swam at NCAAs. Never been. Okay, so all you have seen was last night and the relays.
Yeah.
Can you kind of sum up what your experience was and what you noticed that surprised you?
I think the first reaction I had was I was watching like all the teams like in their little pods, and I know we do that on Team USA a little bit, but I think seeing each team go off with their cheer, and you could actually just look and see like the colors and like everyone in their little huddle, and like I wish that was a thing that was Team USA, but it's
Yeah.
just not. But yeah, it's just something special. I'm going to be on deck tonight, which I'm very excited about.
You're giving out an award,
I
right?
am giving out an award
Awesome.
tonight. So I feel like I felt it from the stands of just the energy and the electricity. Like electricity. That would be if I gave one word to last night. It's that.
Wait till you're on deck.
I know.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be 10x.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
All right, let's move to the 800 freestyle relay.
Yes.
Cullen, were you ever on an 800 free relay?
Yeah, when they couldn't find anyone else to do it.
Oh.
Cullen's like, fine, I volunteer.
You need that 1 point that bad.
Fine, Brooks, I'll do it. I feel like this was maybe not an upset, but definitely definitely a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that
100%.
coming?
No, I didn't see that coming at all. I mean, going into this, when you're looking at the site sheet and you're looking at the lineup that UVA is putting up, you're like, ooh, that's gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
But those 4 ladies from Stanford, they put it together. And I got to give it out to I believe her last name is Kruger from Florida. Florida was in 5th place, and she's a sophomore, and she put up some pro IQ there to get her hand on the wall to get that 3rd for Florida.
Yeah,
That was cool.
Sure.
What,
Yeah.
especially first night when there's like so many jitters, nobody knows how, excuse me, how they're going to swim.
Yeah.
How do you kind of handle that pressure and not overswim your first half of whatever relay leg that it is?
Yeah, no, it's so crazy. I got the chance to be on deck, and I was walking past Katie Grimes, and I'm hyped. I'm just like, oh, what's up, Gretchen? What's up? I'm just seeing everybody. And Katie was like, what's up, dog? I'm so excited, but I'm trying to conserve my energy. I'm trying to conserve, like, ultimate pro, like it's been. And so I think like she's got that locked in. You want to be able to conserve and just rip it when the time is right. How do you not overswim? I mean, I always felt that for the 50 back on the medley relay, I always felt like my second 25 was, but I was pulling a lot more water because I would be spinning anyway. It just comes with experience. Honestly, like you want the adrenaline to carry you first half of the race anyway. Like you typically don't really feel much. I feel like I never did the 2 free. I don't want to talk about.
You were never on 8 free relay?
No, I never. I wish I was. No, I really wish I was.
Well, Georgia was so deep.
It was so deep. I mean, they had like 8 girls who could be on it, and then like
Yeah.
maybe I could not. But I think you just gotta trust yourself, I think, with everything. And we saw that with, Kruger from Florida. She trusted herself even being behind and just locked it in at the end. That was really cool. I was so focused on the other half of the pool that I didn't even see Florida come out. And I was like, I wish I watched her pass, so it's everything's just so dope to watch. So yeah.
How do you use the momentum both ways? Because I think about the UVA girls. I mean, they got obliterated by 5 seconds, and like they're tied with Stanford right now. So
I know.
question for all of you: how do you not go too excited like Stanford going into after just a session, and then how do you get back up? Like not get back up, but your UVA, like that's a blow.
Yeah.
What are you guys saying to each other in the locker room? What are your coaches saying on both positive and negative?
I gotta like Jack Barley from Georgia always was one race at a time. Okay, what can we learn from this? How can we go forward? Maybe we didn't put it together. Maybe the lineup wasn't ideal or whatever the case was, but it's not like your meet is done because of one race, because of one relay. If you take it that way, like I feel like you won't really find success anywhere else, because I mean, we know from Worlds and the games, it's 8 days long. So it's like, how do you conserve your energy for that? And you're in the stands and you're cheering and all that. So they're good enough to know that we can turn it around the next day, warm down, eat. We got to try again. I mean, it's not like we're going home,
Yeah.
Cullen, do you think this meet, that's a good point. Do you think this meet is harder because it's condensed? Like and back when you and I don't know if you were swimming while this happened, but we used to do prelims for relays.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the 8 free relay.
Yeah.
Amber McDermott would she's like, y'all didn't even know about us doing prelims of the 8 free.
Yeah, 8 relays in the morning.
Yeah.
But so is it harder, especially as somebody that's a relay swimmer like you, to do a 3.5 day meet versus a more spread out 8-day meet?
It was definitely harder,
Okay.
just because you had that turnaround, and that was the thing you were talking about, overswimming for that 800 free relay for Stanford.
Yeah.
After the second leg, and you're ahead of Virginia, you're going. There
You're
was no
gone.
question.
Yeah.
The back
You're
half
gone.
of that Stanford relay, those ladies were not holding back, and that's a big up to the coaching staff because they were able to hold that speed.
Mhm.
So I think a lot of it, you're going to get that nerve to kind of keep pushing, but if you haven't done the training, that team does not get that first.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
Want to talk about tonight?
Let's talk about
Okay.
tonight. So much
So-
happened this morning.
So much happened this morning, and I don't. Do you mind if I start and
Please
say all the up downs?
Yeah, that's up downs
Okay,
are
so-
a new. Wait, can you, for people who maybe didn't tune in yesterday?
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah.
I still kind of I half understand. So
Yeah,
can you
okay.
explain the
Because
up
she
downs?
doesn't know up
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So cool. I love this. Okay, so for those of you that are maybe new to NCAA swimming, welcome to class.
101.
101. And Smogs and Cullen chime in whenever. But normally if there's 3 finals, like an A, a B, and a C, the A is an up, the B is a mid, the C is a down. And so ideally you have as many ups, mids, and downs. Here there's only 2 finals, so it's an up and a down. But so after night 1, UVA and Stanford are tied for first, Florida's in third, Texas is in fourth. Then heading into tonight's session, UVA has, with the winning numbers, 6 up, 1 down. Stanford has 4 up, 3 down. Texas, 2 up, 2 down. Tennessee, 2 up, 2 down. Louisville putting up great.
Yeah.
2 up, 1 down. And it goes down. It goes. I don't need to read all these out. But right now, I want your takes on what you saw this morning. Let's start with the 500. I mean, this is gonna be a really good race. Colin, I'll start with you.
It's going to be insane. I mean, I saw a lot of people putting out a lot of effort, and then there were a lot of people I was expecting to kind of get into the groove,
Right.
and you've seen them perform on the world stage, whether at our trials were just last year, and now they're coming back into the college. I mean,
Katie
short course, long
Grimes,
course,
we're gonna
Katie
get to watch,
Grimes,
yeah.
right? Like Katie Grimes, she's got more in the tank. Come on, it's only
I think so.
500.
Yeah, yeah,
for her.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
she
It's
got
like a
more in the
sprint for
tank.
her.
Yeah.
So it's
Sure.
interesting to see how people were pacing this morning, because you
Yeah.
know that there's going to be lights out tonight.
What do you think, Smogs?
Yeah. Oh
Like
my God.
Aurora
this is so-
Roguehair, Anna Poplawski, Katie Grimes,
Jillian Cox.
like-
A bunch of dogs, just
Bunch of
dogs.
dogs.
You know? Oh my God. And so Jillian and Katie were in the heat together.
Yeah.
And so I always find it interesting because I never went up past 100, and that's just you just go. But in a 500, it's like that last 25. Do you race that person in prelims? Because y'all in the preview yesterday, we're talking about, do you conserve a little bit in prelims? Do you go after it? Like, what does that feel like as a mid DD swimmer,
Yeah.
where you're gonna just give it everything you have on that last 25 of a 500, just to be like, I got you
Yeah.
now, and I'm gonna get you tonight?
That's it.
Or are you Katie Grimes, like, you go ahead and I'm gonna get you tonight? Like,
Yeah.
what's the deal?
Mhm.
What's the
Yeah.
strat? And
For
so
sure.
that's kind of my take.
I was just thinking, I'm like, what did I do?
I know,
in that
because okay, so
situation?
for those of you
Yeah.
that don't know, again, I'm gonna embarrass you. Former American record holder in the 500 free,
Dude,
right here on this couch.
Yes.
What would you do in this scenario?
I feel like I feel like it would depend on the person.
Yeah.
I also feel like if I'm putting myself in everything I've heard about swimming in NCAAs, it's so much momentum and kind of a little bit of a mind
Totally.
game, and
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'd race it.
In
I-
prelims?
in prelims.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's just a level, it's a mind game of being like, I put my hand on the wall first, I'll do it again.
yeah,
Type
I wonder
thing.
if
And
that's
so
it.
it was funny because I was watching 500, 200 IM, the girls who were in a heat together versus the girls who were not. You're like, okay, well, do you have more? And the girls who were Alex Walsh, I believe, wasn't with somebody in racing in the
Yeah.
200 IM. So
Yeah.
was she more conserved than the girls who were going head to head?
Mhm.
It's definitely a question, but would you race it, or would you?
Not in the 4 a.m.
No.
But I do think that there's an element of there's so much more room to play in these events, like the 500, the 4
Yeah.
a.m., even the 2 back. I don't need to be like you guys and sprint.
Yeah.
Because God forbid you miss the A final by 100.
It's
Yeah.
happened to me at NC's.
Has it?
I missed the A final in 2016 of the 100 back, and my time would have gotten second overall. So it's like these little things.
Were you conserving too much?
I honestly don't know. I don't know what I was doing. I thought I was good, and I just missed it. No, I know.
That's the thing about the 100.
It's the thing about the 100.
Yeah.
100 for you, don't mess around.
No,
Long
just
course,
go.
short course, you gotta go.
Yeah. You too? Did you
Same.
race
I've
in the
had
morning?
I've had so many races where you just get into a rhythm, and that's the thing you can do in the 200 and the 500. You can get in a rhythm and still kind of play chess with people, but in the 100 you can't do that.
Yeah, you
but
can't.
that's the thing about even the 2 IM, since I know that's the next thing we're going to get into.
Yeah.
There was a lot of playing going on this
Yes.
morning.
I
I think the only
know.
person that was out there, you know what, and she's usually like this, is Tori.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm putting my hand on the wall. no matter
Yeah, no,
what.
for sure.
Yeah.
She's
But
not
I think there was a
playing
little
around.
playing going on with Alex. I think she's got a lot more in the tank.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can move to the 200
Yeah,
IM.
let's go to the 2 IM.
I was just saying, like, someone had written that last year when Alex went her historic 149, she went 151 in the morning.
And Alex was 52 this morning.
Yeah.
So it's like, is she saving up even more?
Right.
But then you also have Tori Husk, who is like, I mean, she's done the ultimate thing. She's won an Olympic gold medal. She's broken world records. Like,
coming off the win last night.
Yeah.
Like,
let's talk about Stanford. Husk, Ricker, and Bell. They have 3 up in this event.
Yes. I mean, it goes back to that training, right? Like, I mean, you know that they have the depth, they have and you've seen what they did last night. They're just going to carry that momentum into tonight. So that tie might not be a tie tonight. We'll see what happens.
That momentum kept carrying actually into the 50s. So I'm like next to Georgia's next to Stanford, and they had 3 girls in the first earlier heats of the 50 win their 50. And you see Greg just like, they're so excited for every single win. And that momentum that's behind Tori right now with having 3 up, 2 down in the 2 IM, the 50 girls all going, I think like the majority of them going PBs. Like you got your squad behind you and you feel unstoppable when that momentum is hitting.
Why do you think Stanford is able to always show up at NCAAs? Because I feel like they're a team that like, maybe recently we don't really talk about much during midseason, but then it's like they show up here and people are like, whoa, Stanford. It's like,
you're like,
the writing's kind of been on the wall all season. Like,
For
why do you think they're able to do that?
Dude, I think they just lock in so well. I mean, it's I think a testament to leadership. I mean, I was up in Colorado Springs at the same time they were with ASU. I was with ASU and Stanford was there. And I don't know. I mean, I think it's leadership. It's who's on the team. Tori's, I'm sure, an incredible leader. You got 50ers on there, incredible leaders. And so I also feel like it comes and goes in waves too. So sometimes when you're on, you're just on. Like y'all know, some years you're on, some years you're off. And so when you ride that wave, you just gotta milk it.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing with Smogs. I mean, that's a big shout to Greg Meehan. I mean, it's the leadership. And you've seen it from when Ledecky and Simone were there. They just knew how to lock in. Did they win every meet? No, but they were always ready for NCs.
Yeah,
so it's always. So it's, for him to have this next generation and them still be locking in the same way, that goes to their culture.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, is the door open?
I don't think this
How close was it? What did they go? Do y'all have the splits?
They're all like 51s. I don't have. I
all
just
51s.
have like they were like 51s, 52s this morning.
It's very tight.
You got Phoebe Bacon. Can we also shout out Phoebe Bacon?
Shout out Phoebe
Sorry,
Bacon. 2 free also. No, and 50 fly, right?
And the 50 fly.
Second fastest 50 fly split behind Gretchen.
Yeah.
Like
that's huge because that goes to you look at all of the groups, right? You look at Florida. You put Bella in the front because you needed her to try to get out there, and she got second to Curzan, which was amazing. But for Phoebe to switch from back to fly and still be throwing up numbers and the 2 IM
crazy.
today.
Yeah,
because I was like, oh, she's gonna, and then I was like, why is she not lining up for backstroke?
Right.
Yeah. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
She's just gonna pop a 21, whatever she did. Yeah.
She looked like such a badass too. She's like slapping her lats, and I was like, she's such a G.
Like
she's such a character.
Yeah.
And then we haven't even talked about Emma Sticklin. I mean, she's coming in
I
as
love her.
Yeah.
She's such a little like spitfire.
She reminds me of you. I was looking at her and I was like, y'all smile to say, I don't even know what it was. I was like, that's a little Beisel right there. Yeah.
But, I mean, she's not somebody that you can count out. She's been on fire all year. It's a 5th year. So like we have Alex and Emma 5th years.
She put up incredible numbers in the 2 fly, right? This year. Yeah. And 100 fly, right? Like just dropping PBs. So she's ready to go.
Insane. And then I think maybe surprise for me was Leah Polonsky of Cal coming in as 2nd seed. She's a senior. And again, like, I think this is an open conversation with all these conference changes. I do feel like teams like Cal and Stanford who are like, why would we care about the ACC?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have a streak. Like, it's almost like, I don't know. Do you think that's an advantage for them?
I think it's an odd placement, honestly, just to see for the ACC, and then you've got these two California groups coming over. But I mean, just looking at ACCs and looking at the competition, it was great for the ACC. I mean, like I wasn't able to unfortunately get there, but to hear the energy and the vibe that was going, it was lightning. I mean, people were having a really good time with this new add-in, and so I think anything that sparks that kind of energy in the sport is great. So
Yeah.
I love seeing Stanford and them go against NC State. That's right. I'm
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
yeah.
against the alma
My
mater.
little East Coast team.
Come on now.
Don't you sleep on the Wolfpack.
Come on now.
What's your little? Or you go.
Oh, there it is. It's not little either. Come on now.
Right,
Come
right,
on now.
right.
And
My
don't
bad.
get it mixed up with the other one.
I was
This
gonna
one,
say,
this one,
it's a
this
little
one.
We don't even have
No,
one.
no, no.
We don't even have one. It's like
Oh, that's so.
I don't
difficult.
even. That's not even true. I don't even think.
Yeah,
You
no.
know, G. Like I don't
Your
even know.
ASU had like
ASU is the fork.
the
Yeah,
forker.
Yeah.
Yours is easiest. I mean,
Yeah. yours
Yeah,
is
I mean,
the-
Yeah,
hold on, right over left though.
oh,
You will like legit get in trouble for that.
Oh, see?
Ooh,
Rules.
why?
Rules.
That's just the rule. It's always right
Okay.
on over left.
no one.
You
come
know
for
who
me.
did left over right? This is why I know this, Ryan.
Of course.
And the university was like,
Ryan, get it together.
have we not taught you anything?
That's so funny.
Okay, anyways, let's go to the 50 free.
50
And I'm so
free.
excited to talk about this because we have two of the best 50 freestylers
Oh,
on
Ever.
planet Earth
Humble,
ever.
humble.
Gretchen, what do you got tonight?
Dude. Oh my God. Before, like, just again, watching her step up on the blocks, just locking in. I want her to go 19 so bad.
Yes.
I want her to be the
That would
first one, you
be-
know. Oh,
What do you think she needs to do differently?
I don't know. So, like, last year,
Yeah.
last year, I thought like her finish looked really long, but she pulls so much water. She has just a really great distance per stroke. So, with
Mhm.
that, mess that up. You know, I know Cullen had some thoughts too,
Yeah.
like about
Yeah.
that, but I don't know what you can do. I don't know. She's like so already technically perfect. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do? I don't know.
I think for her, and I've gotten the pleasure to train under Todd for a year, and I know his secret sauce, and I will not give the secret sauce. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do the secret sauce. Part of it is just belief, because the thing about it
Yeah.
is the way he trains you, you get up behind that block and you just know you're going to be ready.
Yeah.
So when you see her behind the block and she's still smiling, it's because she's confident, and
Yeah.
that's 90% of the 50 right there. If
Yeah.
you're just confident. So I think the thing for me that I've even actually said this to him, I'm like, she goes so low on the underwater. Now, mind you, she's got some of the best underwaters in the game.
Yeah.
But like, if you were kept her level to just pop up and go, and he's like, nope. And I'm like, all right, man.
Yeah.
You do it how clearly it's working.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of the way. But
Alright.
I always felt like even this morning, like I saw her, I couldn't see her body. Like everyone else you could see kicking underwater and popping up. She was so low.
Mhm.
And I wonder if that's going to be something she changes tonight.
Like takes too much effort to kind of just get back up to the surface. Like, is it just
like
too
you've
much?
got to really pull your body up. And I wonder if that's slowing her down a little bit for her to go that.
I wonder when you break these barriers, you know, Caleb with the 17
Yeah.
and with the 39, like,
Yeah.
what is it like to break those barriers for being the first person to do that? Like, you know, is it just training at a different level? Is it the technical, like risking a technical change? Because it is a risk. Like
Yeah,
what? Oh,
100%.
try to change your underwater to the finals of the NCAAs. Like, do you really
want to do it
you know,
here?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or is it some insane belief that you have that you're like, I want to be the first one?
I think
What's
it's a
the
combo of
deal?
everything.
It's
gotta
The combo of everything. I'm just like, what is that like? Or does it, and I don't want to sound foolish here, does it just happen because you're just like, you know, it's just, you step up, it happens, you're at the right place at the right time. I don't
think
know.
you're foolish
No,
at
A
all
little
for
too much
saying
fate,
that.
little too
Yeah.
much fate, but
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know.
No, I think you're right.
Is it your
for that.
destiny? I don't know. You know?
Because we've all had
Yeah.
swims like that, right?
Right,
Where you, like,
exactly.
I mean, you obviously have this goal, but then sometimes, rarely, you
Mhm.
surpass it, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I
Was
didn't
not
even
expecting
think
that.
That
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
inside me. So,
Exactly.
are we gonna see a 19?
I
I know
If there is
it's a
somebody
lot.
that can do
It is a
it's
lot.
her.
It's
For
her.
sure.
It's her.
For sure.
If
Yeah.
it doesn't happen tonight, it will happen at some point for
Yeah.
her.
By her.
By
Correct.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By her.
And the relays are tonight too. The 4x50 free relay is also
Yep.
tonight.
Yep. And then we have 1 meter diving,
Yes.
which I don't have prelim results, but I also in the 50, just quickly before we wrap up, Louisville, they have 2 in the A final. I feel like they're always like
Mhm.
showing up at NCAA,
Yeah.
similar to Stanford. Camille Spink from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks good.
She'll
She
be
looked
in
good last
there.
night.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Curzan, who's she's looking like
She's looking good.
spunky and clean.
Yeah, that 50 back was
Confident.
really nice.
Yeah.
She's looking
Yeah.
And she was
confident
long
again.
on the finish, 23-1.
Oh.
She could have
Wow.
her finish was long.
Wow.
So I feel like had she had like a tighter finish, she would have been 22, which would have been awesome.
Which would have been insane.
23-1 is awesome.
Dude, I know it's
Can,
crazy.
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I'm not saying, Todd, you do it how you want to do
He's
it. Todd, you do it how you want to do it. Okay, so I got a question.
Okay.
Let's say for this relay, I'm not even going to predict what she swims in the individual. They don't lead her off. How fast do you think Gretchen can go in that 50 on a rolling start?
So she's been 19,
Oh.
right?
She's been
19.
She's
19.9,
been
right?
19.9. What do you think she
19.9?
can go here, though?
19.5.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
What do you think?
I was gonna go 19.5. I was going mid, but
Yeah,
yeah,
mid.
5.
I'd
We
say
gotta go
mid.
5.
That's insane.
I think she can do it.
I mean,
do-
like the
oh,
perfect relay
that's
start, and you're there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I think she can do that. Don't
How-
lead her off. Don't lead her off. I want to
Yeah,
see
like,
it.
okay, wait. I
I
do
wanna
want to
see
know.
it.
Just speaking of relays and relay starts,
Mm.
the name of the game at NCAA is safe starts. On
Yes.
any meet, of
Any
course,
meet, yeah.
but like especially in a meet where relays are double points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much are you guys focusing on safe starts? In these, especially like 2 medley relay, 2 free relay.
I gotta say a lot. I mean, truthfully, like my entire collegiate career, I always led off. I either did backstroke on the medley, or I did. I led off on freestyle, both 150. But in international meets, it's safe starts. Like, I think we didn't practice them so much at Georgia. I gotta say, as much as I did in the second half of my pro career at ASU. So that gave me a bit more confidence to kind of be a little bit, push it a little more. So you want to have safe starts, but you want to have good starts too.
Yeah.
You don't have like you see someone finish and then go in, and
Right.
could be like 0.3 of a second right there, you know?
I think 0.3 is sweet spot.
Yeah, and I think for me it was always, and you hit it perfectly. It was less about what my reaction was going to be, and all year I was training on I got to have the best start I could possibly have, because for me that was always my secret weapon. I had hops, so it was like,
Yeah.
let me work on the start. But I think when you look at people, when you have a sisterly bond, you got a breaststroker coming in and she's swimming.
I thought that
Come on,
was
it's
so beautiful.
telepathic at that point,
Yeah.
man. It's not fair. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
But
no.
like you see a lot of the swimmers really focused on that because you want to keep it safe. But I mean, if you look at the reaction times for last night, they were quick.
Yeah.
No,
They
there
were
was
quick.
like 5 or 6 that were 0.00.
Yeah.
Really?
And then, which I was confused by this. Maybe I was never flirting with 0.00. Let's be clear. I was like,
Yeah.
0.45. So let's be honest over here. But like negative 0.02 is not a DQ.
Nope.
What is it? I don't know.
Negative 0.05, I believe, is like official DQ.
Is it the official DQ?
Which
002 is
I think,
considered some error.
and then I think 003 is when they can look into it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they're definitely
So-
looking at the tape then.
So if
Yeah.
they see the DQ, the .005, negative .005 on the results sheet, that's an automatic DQ. So like the official doesn't even have to see it or call it, but they go back to the sheet and then they can DQ you? Or is it the official
I don't know the
says it
official,
first?
but I know that I've seen a
So, like, if you didn't see it, it didn't
005
happen.
and they just called it. They
Yeah.
called it immediately.
Yeah.
And I've seen 002 kind of get
Yeah.
brushed under the.
Oh, I see.
We need to
it's
have, like,
super close.
Matt
though.
Murphy from Swiss Timing on this.
I
He
know.
would know
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
answers.
yeah.
Mm.
Also, before I wanted to get your takes and yours as well. You know what I noticed last night?
Mm.
We are swimming with gutters. Isn't that
Mm.
weird?
Yes.
I'm
I
like
don't
so
even-
used to it. Do you
She
like
got
that?
something to say.
Wait,
Oh.
what do you mean by that?
Like it's not flat walls.
It's not flat walls.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wow.
It was the first thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm coming off of short course world. So
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
but I was like,
Is every NCAA is different in that way? I don't even remember
Which it
what
shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
remember.
It should be pretty standard. But I mean, we were talking about this. I think that Paris for me kind of changed the game from talking about what's a fast pool and what's a slow pool.
Hmm.
Are you ready that day to put your hand on the wall? Like
Yeah.
if we're trying to break
Yeah.
records, I get it.
Yeah.
But like when we're at NCAAs, yes, of course, we're so in a culture of used to seeing, Gretchen or, Tori Huss break a record. Are they winning? And I think that that's the most
Right.
important thing. I mean,
Yeah.
the gutters, of course you want a fast pool, but,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
at the same
Yeah.
time, like, are you winning?
yeah,
And you practice with those. I doubt that
Right.
people have the
flat walls.
flat
Yeah,
walls
yeah,
like all
yeah.
the time. Maybe you put it in for like a race set or something.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
but you're used to it more.
Yeah.
So I was never good at open turns, so a gutter would help me.
Yeah, you're like,
yes,
We'll
sir.
grip it, we'll
Yeah,
grip it,
I
we'll
love
grip
it. I'm gonna let the NCAA know. Very good.
That actually makes sense though. If you're normally a freestyler or backstroker, you don't really have to be
Yeah.
good at open turns.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It's only an issue for open turns though, right?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. It's like everyone has the gutters. It's not like one athlete's in a high wall, one
Exactly.
athlete. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All
The
right.
field is still the
Well,
same.
Well, I want to go into briefly, like the fact that you guys are here, take advantage. I know this is like a preview show, but just talking about what you guys are both up to and excited about.
Yo, thank you so much. Yeah, first of all, thank y'all so much for having me. This is so awesome. I love catching up with you guys. What I've been up to recently, I mean, apart, of course, from being here, supporting the Dows. Rachel Steggy in the 500, I see you tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and so, sorry.
Don't
But
be, I love it.
You're so good.
So casual.
But I've been traveling a lot. I actually just founded, created, and opened In-Depth Swim Academy. As you can see right
Tell
here,
us
kind of
all
repping
about
the
it.
brand.
Yes.
Everything.
Great name.
Thank you so much. You know, it kind of was like birthed at the end of last year after trials, just had some time to think, was asked to do a bunch of like clinics, you know, around. And I wanted something new. I wanted something unique to the clinic sphere because y'all have all done them, I'm sure, where you go in and you give your talk and you demo drills and then you sign pics and sign autographs and take pictures. And then that was it. And I was like, I want something more. I want to encompass every single part of the athlete's journey. So at In-Depth, I've created goal setting workshops. We go in the classroom with the students after being in the pool. Then we go through visualization activations. You guys have done, you know, giving them just these extra tools. But most of all, my intention with creating this academy is to create a space, a very open, non-judgmental space where these swimmers get to ask questions in a very like real way. I had a couple of swimmers at the last clinic I was at in Illinois, starting in Illinois because I'm from there, so my home state. And they'll ask me really vulnerable questions like, so what do you do when you plateau? Like, you know, having a 14-year-old kid ask me that, you know, and how do I navigate? Like, I haven't dropped time like in 3 meets. So what do I do with that? Just giving them perspective because we've all been good years, bad years, fails, wins. How do you shift that perspective, change your mindset in order to be the most successful person you can be? Because I feel like recently the trend has been you fail and then you fear failure. Then you feel ashamed when you fail as well. And what you guys, I feel like the viewers, and unless you are in kind of these shoes, what you don't see is how many bad practices people have. How many, you know, meets that didn't go the way that we may have wanted them to. But you just see the highlights, and the highlights are incredible. So we want to build these champions. It's like our goal with In-Depth, to build the champions, but then also to be like, in order to be and sustain this championship mentality, you're probably gonna fail, but that's a good thing because you get to learn from those mistakes and you get to keep going. The only way you get to really build a legacy is if you keep going. Yeah. So that's what we're kind of encouraging these kids to do. We're hoping to make it a countrywide thing and even dive into some collegiate programs at the end of the year. That's what we're looking at now. So
how can people find you and reach out?
Yeah, thanks so much. So we have an Instagram page, In-Depth Swim Academy. You can also email us at indepthswimacademy@gmail.com. So we've gotten a bunch of inquiries and stuff, so appreciate the plug. I appreciate y'all so much.
Guys,
and
that's amazing.
Yeah, come on in, let's go deep and help y'all become the champions you want to be. Yeah,
we need that in the swimming world.
We do.
Thank you. I'm grateful for you, dog.
All right, Mr. Cullen, I'm so sorry you have to go after that.
There's so many gems in what she just said. I mean,
I know, that's awesome.
I mean, especially it's about, and I hate when people blame social media. Don't blame social media. It's a tool, so use it as a tool. But we look at the medals and the wins, and you know, when we talk about it on podcasts, and it's not always like that. There's so many L's, and Missy, we love you. I stealing this from Missy. We croggle a lot. We cry in our goggles a lot. And you don't see that because we don't post that. And I'm not saying that we need to do that, but we just need to make people, especially young swimmers, a little bit more smarter about failure is not the end. Failure is a part,
not the end.
a part of the journey. So I'm happy to go behind Smogs and what she's doing, and big ups any way I can help. Is I think that's part of the family. That's what we do for each other. So
thank you so much.
Still a Speedo, loving it. Focused on global sports marketing. You know, that next generation, what's that look like? There's been some big shifts, but we're excited to see what comes next. Great partnerships like the DMC Fin, V3, the goggles coming out that are out now. So please check them out. They're the most comfortable. I always say like it's like putting an airbag on your face. They're so comfortable,
Yes.
but
Ooh.
it's been amazing, my journey through Speedo and just learning that other side. And then I'm a part of 2 tech companies that I can't really talk about yet.
I was
but
gonna say, can you
but I
share?
can't share yet. I can share with y'all, but I can't share with everybody. It's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming. It's coming. But it's all athlete focused, and just like Smogs here, the goal is to help other athletes. Like we've been through it. How do we help this next generation? I think that's been a big piece for me. Even when I was swimming, it was learn to swim. Still interested in that and trying to help with that, but just trying to make it better than what we walked into. Just trying to make it better for that next generation.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I want to wrap with like a college game day. Like go around, everyone gives their prediction of who wins each event.
Oh,
Put your stamp on
I
it.
don't want to. Okay.
I have names here if we all need help.
All right.
So I don't have the full heat, but the 500, it's Jillian Cox, Aurora Roghair, Anna Poplawski, Katie Grimes,
Jillian Cox.
Georgia.
Did you say that? Jillian
Jillian
Rachel
Cox.
Steggy.
Yeah, Rachel Steggy.
You got everybody, right?
I'm ready.
Who's yours?
I'm ready.
If you're ready,
Oh, yeah.
go.
Oh, were you pointing at me? I'm sorry. I was not ready.
I gotta
Sorry.
go.
Sorry.
I gotta,
Like, go.
No, my bad. Sorry.
I gotta go.
Katie Grimes. I didn't.
Katie-
did I
Yeah,
say
you said Katie.
Grimes?
Katie,
Okay.
I gotta go. I feel like Jillian Cox. I'm calling
Yeah.
it. I just
Okay.
feel like I've seen so many interviews with her of what she's been doing in practice, her mentality. Like I'm calling Jillian Cox.
Okay.
Texas stamp.
Ooh,
Okay.
stamped it.
I'm gonna go the same. I think.
Okay.
Oh, I love those girls. Every girl in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I gotta go Jillian Cox. After watching that Social Kick podcast where she said that she
Yes.
holds 54s for 100 hundreds.
Insane.
I gotta.
Insane.
Colin, you're
I was
in.
like, you
Maybe
know
for
what?
2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Jillian Cox.
Okay.
Good luck, y'all.
Good luck, y'all.
Listen, I'm gonna maybe go. So I'm basing these off of 800 freestyle relay splits from last night. Anna Poplawski was 140.9. I think I'm going for Miss Poplawski.
Okay.
Ooh.
Top seed.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I like that mine is different.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yours
about
is
you?
different.
Mine is different.
Okay.
I love a good story. And I
Mm.
love the fact that this is the first female to not only swim in following that line, but also open water.
Oh,
As a freshman,
Yeah.
I want Katie Grimes to win that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see that. I would love to see her win.
I think we would all love.
We
to
would
see
all
that.
love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
No,
right?
I love Katie Grimes. I
Like
know.
nothing against you, Jillian. I love
Yeah,
big
yeah,
fan,
yeah.
huge fan.
Yeah.
But like to see a freshman, not only a freshman, but to see her in her journey, that would be
Yes.
huge.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And being so fresh at Virginia too.
Yeah.
Like she's only
Yeah.
been there for 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah. Wow, that's so true.
Yeah. Oh, Colin.
I know.
Oh,
Touching
wow.
at the heart.
Which
You
is-
did that. You did.
Which is I've just been impressed. Like I feel like a lot of people they go freshman year and it's a tough year, and
Yeah.
she just like came out swinging, like crushing times.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, that
Right.
one's a
That I know.
Yeah.
So, I just want them all to tie. Not too much to ask for.
Can't win.
we all win in sport.
And like nobody wants that, but like I do.
Dude, what if it does? Like, what if you like? You know, that's
Never
gonna be
been done
insane.
before.
I know, I know.
8-way tie reverse.
Would you have loved that at World
Yes.
Championship?
Oh well, no, I wouldn't think. Well, it would be 8
She's
national
like, "Not when I'm
anthems.
swimming."
All right, 200
All right,
I am.
200 I am. Oh, baby. All right, so let's talk about it. Husk, Bricker Bell, Stanford girls, Leah Polonsky, 2nd seed from Cal, Emma Sticklin, Alex Walsh, Phoebe Bacon.
There's so many people that we like.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
These events,
Like,
that's
let's
the problem.
Give me all
clarify
time.
this. There's no
Yeah.
personal, like I am trying to strip away like personal relationships and like it's very difficult.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go Tori.
And I know that these are two schools that do not like each other, but this is the closest person, and I'm not saying that I'll say it this way. I've never seen someone that is more determined and has that killer in their blood like Natalie Coughlin than Tori Husk.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I
She
agree
will
with
put
that.
her hand on
Yeah.
that wall, and so
Mhm.
I'm going Tori Husk
Mhm.
all day.
Okay.
All right. You got an answer?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Tori as well.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know because we
I
were just
know
talking about
what you-
Alex Walsh
Alex,
holding
though.
back. Is she
Yeah,
holding
it's
back?
hard.
Like,
No, I know.
because
I
you know
mean,
she
there was-
walks out of the
yeah.
pool and she's just like, you know, and I'm just like, are you chilling? What's
Yeah.
the deal?
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
gonna be. I think it's gonna be a hell of a race.
Oh,
Like I
God.
think it's
I
gonna be.
agree.
It's like
I think it's gonna come down to the breaststroke. I mean, Alex is outsplitting
Mhm.
Tori by like 2 seconds, but then who's gonna
Right.
Grit it
wrap
out.
it up?
Yeah.
Who's gonna?
Yeah, I think I do have to go Husk.
Ice in the vein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ice.
All right. Husk across the board, 50 free.
I mean,
No.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But I do think, and with it being a 50,
Yeah.
it's going to
Yeah.
be a dogfight for second.
Yes.
I want it for Claire for second though.
You, Curzan? Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
her. I
Yeah.
feel like she's been going to UVA was a really good move for her.
Yeah.
It's built her
Yeah.
confidence. You can see it behind the block. So I'd be interested in who gets second, but I think she's got it in her to get second.
That'd be a huge
Yeah.
swim for
Yeah,
Claire to get
big.
second in the
Think so,
50
too.
free. It'd be like definitely a good stamp on there, coming off that 50 back.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah. And the way that they're swimming, we know they're throwing down. What
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
you?
of who's getting second.
Yeah.
Either Claire or Camille looks good.
Camille does,
Spink, I
yeah.
think, is also
Yeah.
up there. So
That's the thing with these 50s. Yeah. I like any of them. Again, tie.
What's Gretchen's
In a
best
50, it's real.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
possible.
okay,
yeah, no,
We already
yeah,
have a
yeah.
tie for 7, so yeah, I mean it's possible.
Okay.
Do y'all know Gretchen's best time in the 50? Is it like
20.3.
20.3?
Yeah.
three
just off.
7, I think.
3.7?
20.4 this morning, which
Okay.
okay, not to go back to what we were all doing, but very quickly. How hard is it to drop 0.4 in a 50 for her to go 19? Is that like if I were like Smugs, drop 0.4 tonight off your best time?
It's
And you're kinda
challenging.
like,
It's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
You really it sounds cliche, but everything has to be perfect. Your breakout has to be perfect. You know, if you just feel that little, like you take out that arm a little bit too
Mhm.
early and you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
that drag, like that will cost you that. So
Are you
your
knowing
breakout-
that in the moment right then? Are you like, oh, it's done?
Yeah, not that it's done, but it's just like, oh, that wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
And you keep going. You kind
Yeah.
of just like
Yeah.
it comes in as quickly as it goes out. But you never want to try to feel like you're trying to make up ground after having a bad breakout or whatever. But I think if she nails her start, breakout, turn, and that finish, like I think she could definitely shave like 3 tenths. Like
agree?
I don't know.
Yeah, because the thing is like you train all year lifting weights, getting to know how many strokes you're gonna take, right? She knows
Yeah.
how many strokes she's gonna
Yeah.
take out. She knows how many kicks. It really comes down to the start, the turn, and the finish. Because she knows how much water she's going to be pulling and how many strokes it takes.
Yeah.
If she adds a stroke, she knows she's not going to do it. If she subtracts a stroke, she's going to be too long. So it
Yeah.
really just, if she's got to nail that start, she's got to nail that finish, and that turn's got to be spectacular.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't do the 50.
You just took the words
You
out of
must
my
be
mouth.
perfect.
I was like, it has to be perfect. So much respect for you too.
But when
Yeah,
it's
doing
on,
that
it's
event.
so nice.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
my
yeah.
God.
Well, then you're
flying.
lying.
Like when it just happens, I'm like, yeah, sometimes you just look back and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's
oh.
sick. It's sick.
There's
Oh,
pros
wow.
and cons.
Yes.
Totally. But yeah, so much respect. But yeah, it's gonna be an insane night.
It's gonna be a
Yeah,
great
it's gonna be
night.
Great.
Yeah.
I love day 2. I love day 2. Day 2.
Day
Day
one,
2.
day two.
Yeah, one day too. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you
you
so
guys
much.
so
This
much.
was a lot of fun.
So much
Yeah.
fun. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone who tuned in or watches later, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.